Hello friends, good morning and afternoon whenever you're watching this video. Thank you everybody who is here live, and I want to say hello to everybody who's watching the replay. Please let me know you're watching the replay. So this is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert, and we're going to talk about real life. So on Monday we talked about how we can often go to the doctor, get some lab work, and something's low or something's high, or low normal, I guess low high, whatever, or high normal. And I know we've been very conditioned in our culture. We have to knee jerk and we have to do something about it immediately. And I'm not saying that there aren't occasions where a lab value would mean something needs to be addressed as soon as possible. But most of the time, what we're seeing in our lab work is an accumulation of months, if not even years, of something being out of balance. And being out of balance, again, doesn't mean you can force yourself to be back in balance with extreme measures. And so that's what we talked about on Monday. So today I want to talk about how oftentimes when you go to the doctor after periods of restricting or chaotic eating, and maybe your labs are fine, but you feel like there's something off. And that's to be honored and listened to as well. So today we're going to talk about when your labs seem okay, but you don't feel okay. And what I say to that is be persistent. Acknowledge, like, you know what, well, maybe the laboratory standard that it says that I am in, that's okay. Maybe it's not okay for my body at the age I'm in, the stressors I've been under, the ups and downs of my intake that I've been experiencing. So what I would suggest then is what is the, if it's a nutrition issue, what is the medical nutrition protocol for people who maybe have some of those situations, and just start to do some, again, research. One of the reasons I'm late for this video is because I was online doing about 20 minutes of research of what was available to people. If you were to look up, like, what lab should I get done after I've stopped dieting? And there was like nothing for 2 pages. So there's some work to be done there, right? What I would suggest is, again, the standard kind of things, but if you're noticing my energy is really low, then that's a good, of course, you get your thyroid checked. Go down that rabbit hole first of, thyroid and all the systems that, impact your energy. So how's your digestion? How's your thyroid? How are your adrenals? How are your reproductive hormones? Get all that stuff checked. And again, if things are normal or lower normal or high normal, my best advice would really to be like, work with a non-diet dietitian who can look at the subtlety of what your life, like look at the subtlety of what maybe needs to be shifted or changed. It may not need to be a radical thing to do. And so lastly, I'm just going to link below an article that actually goes to an audio about like just real life, real life labs with being a human, because I also have all kinds of references out of like, medical books, textbooks, which is where I get my information. I don't do a ton of Googling unless it was referenced by some of these books, that kind of thing. So kind of keep that in mind as well. And like I said, and most importantly, if your labs look fine, but you don't feel fine, and behaviorally, like in your conscience that like my food's not fine, like I restrict, or I deprivation driven eat, means I don't eat much in the daytime, and then some of my eating is really chaotic at night, then even if your labs are fine, you don't feel fine, it's time for, if you're not getting it kind of wrangled by yourself, it's probably time to gonna get a consultation to like, okay, I'm in it. I need somebody to help me see the big picture, like of what I can do that's not going to trigger me into behaviors I don't want to do. And basically like, well, what's the first easiest thing? What is easy, whether it's water or fiber or taking out vegetables because they're really messing up your gut, whatever the issue is, it probably can, there's probably some very easy first steps. So again, don't knee jerk, but if you don't feel well, then trust that. Don't go years without feeling well. Let's find a solution. So I'm going to put a link below to like some more references for you to kind of just do some research. And if you have any questions specifically that I can answer if we're not personally working together, I'll do my best. But I'll definitely, if there's something that really truly needs some like intervention, I'll let you know that too. So thank you all so much for watching. Please share this video with people who need just like this very grounded wake-up call of like, if you don't feel well, don't ignore it, but don't knee-jerk either, basically. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye for now.